After an 18-hour hospital shift, I came home and my key didn't work. My stepmother smirked and said, "Pay $26,000 and we'll let you in." What she didn't know? I'd been waiting for this moment for 3 years. There's a certain kind of tired that doesn't just sit in your body. It lives in your bones, behind your eyes, in that hollow space where energy used to be. That's the kind of tired I was when I pulled into the driveway at 2 a.m. 18 hours at the hospital. I'd done chest compressions on a teenager until my arms burned. I'd pronounced 2 people dead. I brought one back. My scrubs were stained. Antiseptic was buried so deep in my skin it felt permanent. All I wanted was to collapse, maybe eat something, and sleep for 4 hours before my next shift. But when I slid my key into the lock, it didn't fit. I jiggled it, stared at it, like maybe the lock would apologize. Before I could process, the door opened. There she was, my stepmother, standing in yoga pants and a wine-stained tank top, holding her phone like a weapon. "Oh," she said, smirking. "You're back early." Behind her, my stepsister was sprawled on the couch in Times My Hoodie asterisk, scrolling TikTok, while her boyfriend, who hasn't worked a day in his life, ate chips I paid for. "The key doesn't work," I said, still trying to process. "Right," she said, crossing her arms. "We changed the locks. Rent's gone up. You want back in? $26,000 in back rent and utilities. Your sister needs a vacation, and you're a doctor. You can afford it." She said that like she was doing me a favor. I stood there, shoes sticking to the welcome mat, holding my duffel bag. "Did Dad approve this?" She laughed. "Your father's overseas. This is my Time's house when he's gone. I make the rules." I nodded once, like I understood. Turned around, walked back to my car. I didn't slam the door, didn't yell, just drove off into the night. That night, I slept in a hospital call room on a plastic mattress with a scratchy blanket that smelled like bleach. And while I slept, they celebrated. My stepsister even posted on TikTok something petty about freeloaders learning their place. What didn't they know? I'd been waiting for this moment for 3 years. 3 years ago, before my dad deployed, he called me into his office. He told me he knew what kind of person Lisa was. He'd seen how she treated me when he wasn't around. And then, he handed me a folder. Inside was a deed transfer. Signed, notarized, legal. He'd put the house in my Time's name before he left. Told me to keep paying the mortgage and utilities like normal. Let her think she was in control. She'll show you who she really is, eventually, he said. And when she does, you'll know what to do. So I waited. Paid every mortgage payment, every utility bill, quietly. The next morning, I drove back to the house. Knocked once. Left an envelope on the doormat. Then I parked down the street and waited. 15 minutes later, the door opened. Lisa stepped out in fuzzy slippers, holding a mug that said, "Hasson Mom." She bent down, opened the envelope, and screamed. Not a gasp. A full-throated, soul-shaking, someone just died scream. Lights flicked on across the street. A dog started barking. Neighbors came outside in bathrobes. From my car, I watched her face twist through every stage of grief, shock, rage, panic, confusion. She called for her daughter. My stepsister stumbled out, took one look at the paper, and started shouting. The letter was simple. A formal eviction notice. As the Times legal owner of the property, I was terminating their lease, effective immediately. Attached were all the receipts, every mortgage payment, every utility bill in my name, the original deed transfer from my dad, everything. Lisa called my phone 7 times that day, left voicemails that started with fake apologies and ended with threats. My stepsister sent me paragraphs on Instagram about how I was ruining her life. I blocked them all. 30 days later, I changed the locks myself. Walked through the house, they left trashed, stained carpets, holes in the walls, and my mom's picture frame shattered in the garage. But it was mine now. Asterisk. Really Time's mine. They still try to contact me. Still post about me online, spinning lies about how I kicked out a struggling family. The narrator smiles in a clean, empty house. Sunlight streaming.